conduct from Thetadrop.com. As of January 10th, 2022, only one account is allowed per user. Having multiple accounts is unfair to other Thetadrop users. We are trying to create an environment where every user has a fair chance to get an NFT. This allows us to ensure the safety and security of our community and to comply with financial regulations. If you're having KYC problems, I feel bad for you, son. This guy, WGMI, has 180 accounts on Thetadrop.com. It's the guy that owns Pool, the Deadpool pineapple, if anyone's wondering.
Pop is popping and locking. Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Max Podcast.
This week's episode is brought to you by Sizzle Popcorn, the official popcorn of Poppin' Mag's Pinecast. Choose from a variety of delicious flavors including lightly salted, cheddar, salt and vinegar, Mexican chili, maple syrup, and, yeah, even ketchup. The perfect snack for any occasion. Use promo code POPPINMAGS at checkout for an additional 10% off. That's POP_Mags.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 40 of the Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, we're up to 271 days since we were told it'll be a few weeks until we can get our NFTs off of Thetadrop. And Poppin' Mag, still locked on there, bro.
Not going anywhere.
Not in the near future, that's for sure. But I wanted
soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I definitely wanted to start this one off with the congratulations and a big thank you to the Chiefs for beating the Eagles in the Super Bowl. That was very gratifying for myself. And a shout out to our community members that played along with us in our box pool. Metal Cooler took down the first quarter. Charlie Lawless took down halftime. Guardians of Theta was the third quarter winner. And then Metal Cooler taking down the final as well.
You hate to see it.
Raking it in. I mean, he needed a bucket to bring it all home.
Good for Metal Cooler.
Yeah, no, I appreciate everyone joining. It was fun. My numbers hit at the wrong times, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, speaking of Guardians, I just wanted to do a little shout out to Guardians as well with his T vibe and his Volt swap play this week. Just pretty impressive stuff going on there. I know we've been running the ad to get over there and buy those NFTs. At this point, they're not minting anymore. So I hope some people got them. But yeah, just shout out to Guardians on that. And let's move on to some Pine news. It was a decent week here for Pines, to be honest.
Really? Decent how?
Well, did you see there was one, I'm going to call it the best looking Guardian in the bunch that was purchased this week.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not the most rare.
Right.
But I would say visually the most appealing.
Okay.
The gray grin, right, with the USA blindfold Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Thing's
I'm aware.
Banging.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Tudiel. Was that the name? Tudiel? T? Call him T. Hawaiian T. There we go.
Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian T. So he's claiming ownership to the USA Challenge.
I like it. I do.
Yeah?
Okay.
Well,
I'm a big supporter of USA. Sure. Bigger supporter of arbitrary challenges.
Yeah, so we know that.
I love them
over here.
Yeah, I mean, I learned it by watching URP. Shout out.
Yeah. But like you said, when URP does it, it's like, it's official. All of a sudden, like he's, we're calling these things pigs for months, and then he calls it a pig and a hog and whatever else, and and then all of a sudden pigs are flying off the shelves. $1,200 for a pig.
Yeah, the floors on them went insane when he brought that up.
Unbelievable. But
so yeah, no, that's a very rare. That's a very rare setup to get all those American, because some of those are tough.
For sure.
Hockey stick and the glasses also are a little tough.
And the sailor hat.
Oh yes, big time. The sailor hat, definitely.
Yeah, so he's got them all. But then I noticed that General Dole gave him a little grief because the Trump pine has an American flag pin on it.
Just that I didn't see that in the metadata. Did you?
I haven't seen the metadata for it.
I'm sure it has some.
Yeah, I'm sure Trumpine is probably what all it says.
I don't think you can. I don't think it's fair to put a custom that hasn't even come out. That data won't count anyway. So
Yeah, no, I agree. No,
the data won't count unless it's anyone else but me.
Yes, exactly. We hold you to a different standard.
Right. The Magnum standard.
But now, it does raise the question. There are two different USA blindfolds. Am I correct?
Yes, there is, but
They're called the same thing, right?
Well, yeah, they're called the same thing, but also you'll see the same thing on the blue blindfolds as well, with the knot.
The SBS blue blind, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's no other blue blindfolds, but there's like a knot.
All the listeners don't know that, myself included.
All right. So there's like
the
American flag for the most part. All of them except one, it's just like a straight American flag. Right. And then the other one, it looks like
which is what he has.
Which is what he has because there's only one. It's a pig that was on I believe it came from the 888 drop. And this goes throwback to that Ivory, close your ears. That goes
Batch
back.
Well,
it goes back to the batches when we were doing that batch analysis. And so it shows that there's more of these ones like that, but basically they all got voided out, it looks like. The ones with those knots in it, with the American one. Yeah. So the American one with the knots in them and the Tiger blindfolds that show in the main batch they're going to be superseded.
Gotcha.
So that one with the pig, I think, is the only one you're going to see. Okay.
Well, that's enough about batches.
Okay. Ivory, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. You can unplug your ears. So General Dole, right? He gave
friend of the podcast.
He gave Hawaiian Tea a little bit of grief over the American pin. However, I think it's our turn to give General Dole a small bit of grief here. Right?
Okay.
I mean, first of all, great guy, friend of the Pinecast, but he took 2 boxes towards the end of the pool when they were pretty much getting sold out. He wanted 2 more. Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen the tea fuel for it, and I'm wondering if I need to call this sculpture guy. Remember him?
Yeah, I don't think any of the other listeners know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, if some remember, some listeners remember that Mags and Dole had a nice little meetup at a very fancy restaurant in the Capital District of, and Mags shook him down for $100 because he hadn't paid. He was supposed to. It was like a 3D printout version of his General, right?
Yeah.
So Mags shook him down, asked him about it. Well, no, Mags just asked him about it, right? And he's like, "Oh man, what am I getting shaken down? Was this guy after me? Because if he didn't pay him, he didn't have PayPal or something. Yeah, I don't remember. And
he only had hundreds on him.
Oh yeah. So Mags threw him the payroll and PayPal, and Dole slipped off 100. Because you need a wad full of hundreds to go ice fishing or whatever it is.
It wasn't ice fishing at that time.
Just regular fishing. Okay, whatever.
In Canada, I mean, yeah.
Could have been. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was.
But yeah, so a little bit of grief for Dole. So if that guy with the pineapple.
Well, then that guy. But that guy didn't have it for him and wanted to refund him. He goes, "Hey, I'll refund it to you, or I'll get it to you after the new year."
Well, because he waited 9 months? I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe he had a baby.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
All right. So, well, I can't wait to see it if it's coming. That would be cool to see. But I also can't wait to see the 1,000 tea fuel.
I have a feeling we're gonna get all our NFTs off of Thetadrop before then. So.
Oh man! So he's waiting a while.
Yeah.
All right. There was a little other. I don't know if you wanted to bring up this other Pine news that we kind of ran into the other day.
Wow, which one was that? I'm looking at my notes. I have nothing about pineapples on my notes actually this week. So.
Well, you were the one that brought it up in the pre-production meeting.
Oh, okay.
No? We
I
going
don't
there?
remember. Oh, yes, let's go there.
Oh
Yes.
man, I mean, like pulling teeth over here.
Yes, we did talk about it. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
Oh, I did. But go ahead.
Well, just I'm a curious guy, is what it boils down to, basically, right? So I was doing a little digging, and you're trying to find who the big players in the pineapple world are, right? And I just happened to trip upon I don't remember what he calls himself on Thetadrop anymore, but the guy that has
We all
88
gonna make
cans and
it?
he's got Dole Pool, right?
Right.
Dole Pine, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Deadpool.
he's like we all gonna make it,
Oh,
I
he
think.
changed it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, his secondary name, which is also a point of contention.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so I just happened upon the account and just kind of digging through, and I saw a bunch of transfers around the time of the first drop, right before it, for the same amount of each of them. I think it was each like I can't remember now off the top of my head, 700 T fuel or something like that, which back in the day was enough to buy a pine can off the drop. And I saw probably 180 of these transfers in a row, and all to different addresses, and got me wondering, like, what is this, right?
Blockchain, am
And
I right?
blockchain, baby, everything's visible. So it looks like our friend here was pretty busy. And I don't know if you've noticed lately, Mags, but there's been quite a few of these floor pine cans for sale for the last couple months that all they have in their account is a pine can.
Oh,
And
I'm
that's
very
it.
aware. And they have a weird secondary name on Thetadrop, and then their primary name on Thetadrop. And this is also part of like this deception or whatever. It's actually a name of somebody else on Thetadrop. It's not their account. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're
Deceptive.
but
Purposely.
you can't search for it. If you do, we'll take you another account. So they have these primary and secondary names on Thetadrop. Once again, I don't know why you need two. It should be one, and that should be it. but I
Agreed.
guess, and then also too with KYC. Hey, how many KYC accounts can you have?
I think it's just one per person, but these were made prior to KYC being needed to open an account. I mean, I don't know exactly how people feel about this, how I feel about this, but I mean, it certainly looks like the guy got 180 pines off the drop, and he's now just selling them one at a time piecemeal, because it's like, as soon as the one on the floor sells for 1100, bang, here comes a new one for 1150.
But I don't know why you. But why are you allowed to KYC? If you can't KYC, you shouldn't be allowed to sell. You shouldn't be able to get money, right?
I agree. I completely agree. But
and
that's not a question for me.
But was that not a thing? You were in Thetadrop a lot longer than me. Was that not like a big deal where everyone had to have like one account per person?
I mean, it became a big deal definitely around the time of pineapples, and there was certainly allegations of people. I never made more than one account for myself. One was enough for me to track at the time. I didn't see that it was worth it. I guess, I was stupid and I should have.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not, this isn't the reason that the pine sold out, right? Those 180 would have been sold in 10 seconds or less if they're allowed to go.
What it looked like is he has a primary account where he has the 88 cans, and he bought from I think he got an 888 drop and the regular drop, and then he bought them off the market.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This guy spent a ton of money on pines.
Right, but I think it's very deceptive, and he's basically like controlling the market, and he's changing his name to look like somebody else's name, not to draw attention to himself. Where isn't it weird that there's like
he's got 100. I mean, he's got to have the imagination of like somebody real creative to create 180 accounts. Dude, it's definitely dealing with an Excel spreadsheet and just trying to keep track of all these usernames and passwords.
But you shouldn't have all these accounts, and you shouldn't be able to sell them on these different accounts, and then whatever. And then
I agree.
And then too, I mean, But it's showing. I think it's showing intent by changing these weird names to look like somebody else, like someone else's account, by taking the one name that everyone can have, because there's no stopping those names
So
on one of
are you
those naming
calling
categories.
a review flag on the terms of service here?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not supposed
Coach's
to have.
challenge?
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to have bots on there either, right? On Thetadrop.
I don't look at the fine print, dude, because I just do my thing, right? I just go on there and do what's legal.
Yeah, I mean, so do I.
I
But
know.
I'm just saying, I don't think this is right, and I think if he's trying to be deceptive by, or she, there's bad girls out there too.
Are there?
But they need
Okay.
to. But I think there's nothing wrong with educating everyone else. So he's basically, and it's not like a scam. He's not scamming anyone. He's selling the cans, but
No,
I
it's not
think
a
he's doing
scam,
it.
but it's scammy.
He's doing it in a way that's disingenuous, and I think is not. I don't think is fair, and I think then people should know that this guy is, because he's using these deceptive names of other people. Like, why would you do that? This guy's got a lot of time on his hands to do this, because his main account doesn't do anything. He bought the Dole pool for like what, 16,000 or something.
He spent a lot of money.
He spent a lot of money. I'm
Yeah.
not saying right, but I mean, so
I
what
thought
I
it was
think
like 50,000.
I think what happened was, and this might not have been intentional. I think what happened was, before there was this KYC requirement, he wanted to get as many cans as he can. Maybe he thought they were all going to sell out, so he created all these accounts to ensure that he got them.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yep.
So because, and obviously he wanted more, because he bought them off the market for whatever the market was at the time.
Yeah, sure.
So I think it should be reviewed and say, hey, you own all these accounts. We're gonna put everything into one account. Put it all into one account.
But is that even fair? It's fair that he keeps them.
Well,
I say refund him his tea fuel, and
and put him at auction or something.
Yeah, give him back to James.
Yeah, I don't know what the terms of service are on that, but just if you look, they intentionally make it where you can't see who's selling it on Thetadrop, because the way it shows the cans.
Well, we're throwing the red flag here. Coach's challenge on that. We'd like a review.
Please. Is that too much to ask?
No, I don't think so, but it won't be done. That's fine. So speaking of doing things, though, how about our buddies over at Rewarded? Imagine Replays on fire. Seems like every day something new is getting added.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I got my Roku too, and I set that up.
Oh, nice.
I wish I got that earlier to earn even,
yeah, right. I know.
Now that the rewards are so low.
Back when they were paying.
Yeah. Oh man, I would have been even more our
for real. I mean, at this point, you got to be interested in what you're watching to even turn it on. But I guess that's the point, right?
Well, so they were promoting this CoinDesk channel that they have.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
That was in my notes, actually.
Oh, is it? They also have a Watch Mojo channel on there. So instead of going to YouTube to watch arbitrary top 10 lists, you can just do nothing and let the TV do all the work for you to show you arbitrary top 10 lists.
Nice.
So
yeah, no, they're on fire, adding stuff constantly.
They're on the Fire Stick. Yeah, sure.
They are on the Fire Stick as well, which is beneficial for me. I just need to get it set up. So I'm usually like most people are the first. I'm usually like the 1.5 step, 2 step, but then I come in fast.
Gotcha.
So a couple weeks ago, and even last week a bit, we were giving open data and open rarity a bit of a hard time. So let's revisit that now, because I'm still this open theta rarity that they're doing on open theta, whatever open rarity is that what I'm still not a fan, obviously, but they have started something new with auctions, which honestly I think it's pretty cool. It's the first ones on Theta that I'm aware of, other than on drops at Thetadrop. So I thought that was pretty cool. Did you see any of those?
I saw them. Yep.
Did you participate in any?
No. You have to have T fuel. Yee.
Ooh, point taken. But all right, so so points for this. I think it's cool. I think it needs some work still, though, because basically there's no way to see everything that's on auction, right? You can see it when it's about to end. There's like the ending soon part on the main page. So if you happen to be there and see that there's an auction ending, you can just get lucky and catch it there. But other than that, you either have to go into each project and click in, and then you can see if there's auctions available, or you just don't have any idea.
What do you want? eBay now? Auctions only, or filter? Is it filter for everything?
A tab on the top. You got a tab on the top, right? All current auctions or whatever it is.
I definitely agree. It's very confusing, and it seems like you'd only see the most recent ones on one of those.
No, it's not the most recent. It's the ones that are ending soonest.
Oh, okay.
Those are the only ones you see. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But speaking of recent ones, so now let's revisit Theta Rarity.
Right.
So let's start with the good. Hey, shout out to them. They're having what seems like a pretty cool drop coming up on their site. Theta Pups, right? They're actually going to be doing an NFT drop. Those things look pretty cool. But
Pup Life.
These guys are now a marketplace in competition with others. And man, I cannot figure out what's for sale. I mean, maybe it's just me, but you see like a box of like 8 or 12 that are recently listed, and then what? Like, what do you? I don't even know. You got to go into the projects and see. I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're getting there. I guess they're getting there.
They are getting there, and listen, they are one of the minority of projects out there that won some hackathon money that are actually seeming like they're doing anything with it.
Right.
There's quite a few that you can just say, okay, you guys won this hackathon. Now what? Where's the advancement? How did you use the money? And did we just pissing money away on these things?
Yeah, so I brought this up in pre-production, and I went to go look at all the different Theta hackathons that they had. Most of the stuff I've never fucking heard of. Some of it sounds wild.
Yep.
That they even received money. There's ones that seem like they're doing stuff with it, like this, like Theta Rarity. But then I just don't know why. I just want to bring this up. I never owned it. Don't care to own it, but the Theta Millions project.
Yeah.
Now this dude won a hackathon and received money for doing a project where he sold spots to put your NFT pixels on, and that's it. So there's no other. I mean, that is what it is. That's deserving of money. So Theta Millions was deserving of winning a hackathon. And which makes sense because God Mode Unlocked is deserving on being in the ecosystem. Ooh. So there's a lot of weird incongruities going on with some of this stuff with these Theta marketplaces and now in Theta hackathons, I think. But we were just reading over some of the projects a bit ago, right? Some of them.
Yeah, most of them I don't even have any understanding what they do. There's definitely a few names that I recognize.
Yep.
Some I'd like to look into, but some I think are just dead. You look into the ones that beat Ivory in the Colossus project, who's absolutely crushing it and changing the game literally, and he came in 3rd place. And the game that came in 1st place, I'm pretty sure just stopped doing anything. Like they don't exist anymore. And Theta Bulls came in 2nd. I mean, Theta Bulls was a working game at the time and still is. But let's be honest, like it's not. I haven't really heard much more from it. I mean, and then there's Ivory, right? Just continuing to cruise along and crush it. So in my mind, they got that way wrong, and that was clear from the beginning. But some of these other ones, like I recognize Theta Scan, Theta Board, like from the past couple, Theta Board, Open Theta. You know, there's certainly some good ones, some good stuff that's come out of this, but there's definitely a lot of junk. And it's like, you know, are people just doing this to win a hackathon and then that's it? Like, that's not the point of a hackathon, right? I'd rather this thing be like a Hall of Fame kind of thing, right? Like where
sounds
you
like a
first.
a rugathon.
Yeah. Just hurry up, get a nice little deck together, and you know, grease up your hair
if you have any.
Promote yourself if you have any.
But I would love to see whatever Theta Millions put up. Hey, I got this project where I'm just gonna sell these parcels on this board, and that's it. You know, you don't have to do anything.
For real. I mean, it would be like there's definitely things that I think could be done with it, but
now,
I mean, I've saw him say on Twitter that there's just nothing more.
Yeah. Do I know anything about any of this? And that just seemed like a copy because wasn't there some ETH thing that did something similar?
Yes, there was. Yeah.
So you don't have to come up with an original idea. Just steal something from what they're doing in ETH land.
Exactly.
And then just, let's just do it on Theta.
We can do that here too.
Yeah. But I don't know the processes of how they decide this. I don't know what was submitted, and I don't know how to code anything or do anything like this stuff. So it's not like, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, glass house. I mean,
no, we're not claiming to be geniuses. I don't know how to do this stuff either, but I can tell you that there's no point in the thing. You know, that's pretty obvious. Like unless there's going to be something continued to do it where there's advertising or something done to bring eyes to it, to bring people to your plot in that million, you know, the million square, then what's the point if not for that?
I got an idea, Popper. Let's come up with Theta Millions 2, and we'll just do the same damn thing.
Oof. Well, why stop yourself at 1 million? We can half the size of each of them, right? And then make double, and that's exponential, right? But hey, whatever. I don't know. It just seems like there's more that could have been done. You know, if this was supposed to be an advertising thing, like nobody's going to thetamillions.com or whatever, right? You know what I mean?
Dude,
and that site was so laggy anyway, too.
We're probably getting more traffic on our little kiddo
site.
Well,
yeah, because I go once a week just to see what episode we're on. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the Staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all, safe, as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today. This week's episode is brought to you by Theta Vibes NFTs. Hurry on over to Open Theta and mint yourself a Theta Vibes musical NFT before the minting ends on February 15th. Each of the OG collection NFTs allow you to stake and earn T-Vibe token, which you can use to unlock monthly 2D and 3D entertainment. The OG NFTs include Dreamland, Guardian, Flying High, Gimme the T-Fuel, Beam My Line, and Down With Me. So get on over to Open Theta and grab yourself an NFT that provides good vibes and T-Vibe today.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
Speaking of awesome projects that were mentioned on Twitter recently, I saw you had a little hot take earlier today, and Swampy piled on too. What, you feeling all right over there?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this. You've brought this up. I mean, we're talking about, if anyone doesn't know, we're talking about the Golden Knights.
Yep.
And there are 3 drops that they had so far, and there was this Wiz play Rocket League with Wiz, and as you know, anyone who's actually listened to this podcast or celebrated our entire catalog knows that Swampy won a he won a bid on
Yeah. No, he didn't. No, he just bought it off the market.
oh, he bought off the market. There was
Yeah.
a bid, right? There was 3 spots.
Was it
And-
an airdrop? It was some, or maybe a challenge.
I think it was something. Okay, it was something.
Yeah.
So he spent a pretty penny on buying that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he played Rocket League with Wiz, and it was only for one day, and it had to be redeemed up to the day before.
It was like a Thursday at 2:00 in the afternoon or something.
Right? When nobody's doing anything.
Right. Yeah. Plenty of free time.
Right. So I believe Swampy was the only one to do it. So there's 3 of them. And anyway, so I was on Thetadrop today, as I am most days, and I saw when you go into the marketplace and and you see it shows like what's been posted recently, and so somebody posted their play with Wiz for $290, but you can't play with Wiz because the redemption period ended almost a year ago, April 2022, sometime in April.
So I don't know if you can check right now, but serious question. If you sort by redeemables, does that come up still?
Sort by redeemables? Is there a sort by redeemables?
Yeah, over in the left-hand column, like
okay.
You can sort by packs. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on here. Well, I don't see it, but
okay.
But I see the popcorn, which isn't redeemable anymore.
Ooh. Okay.
BitBoy hat.
But you know that our avid listeners wouldn't
Wiz
buy
concert.
popcorn.
There's a Wiz concert 2022 concert tickets on here.
Expired.
All the hoodies.
So all of this stuff is showing up under redeemables, and it's not redeemable anymore.
Right.
What's up with that? Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, you're right. We've said this a million times, and we got the 10s and 10s listening, but nobody else, because they're not listening. Somebody, I'd be furious if I bought that thing with Wiz and then was like, oh yeah, no, that happened a year ago. Okay. Like, take it off of redeemables, like make it obvious that it's not redeemable, that this is just now a JPEG and nothing else is coming from it.
Nothing else.
Just like the rest of the Golden Knights.
It reminds me of like you're not a big as Simpsons fan as me, right?
I don't think anybody is, dude.
So like Krusty the Clown, though. You know Krusty the Clown, right?
Of course I know Krusty, yeah.
So Krusty would endorse any project as long as they paid him. I think one time he got confronted over it when Bart ate the rusty Krustio in the Krustio cereal, and he's like, he says or it might have been Camp Krusty. He's like, they pulled up and they dumped a dump truck full of money. I'm not made of stone, and now Wiz has put his name on this. I think he's involved with the Knights. And here's the other thing too is there's never been any fucking skin in the game with Wiz. He's involved with the Knights. I don't know if he's like a part owner or something. He's definitely
I think
invested
so.
in
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And the first Knights project, which I don't know, was a train wreck from the beginning. But that's not how they marketed it. And he never even made his guy as like PFP. No, yeah,
he never promoted this project at all on his
like
page.
Katy Perry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
In fact, I think he had a ETH NFT one time since then.
Yeah, probably.
For like a day or so or something like that.
No, I mean, it was cool that he's like offered this personalized stuff of the playing the game, the concert tickets. So it's not like he did nothing, but it just seemed like, I don't know, it feels like the Knights were kind of like using that to just dump on us for the most part. Money grab.
Didn't you say, and I don't know, didn't you say that there's people involved with the Knights that they got the packs? and then they dumped them on the market. So
a high percentage of the packs were kept, and the ones with the chains, the second drop, I forget what they're called. All of them, like, they all had these chains, and like every single one of it was like editions 1 to 250 or something like that, and pretty much they all had chains, like all these ones that they were giving away to their gamers and stuff. So, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just like, what are we doing with it? You can't really blame them. They basically have followed through on everything that they said they were going to do, which was pretty much nothing, but people still bought it. So
Right.
whatever, you get what you pay for, I'm not going to buy something expecting somebody to do more than he told me he was going to do, because then it's just not going to happen.
Right. But I guess, like, why are we putting this on Thetadrop? You know what I mean? Like, hey,
I don't know.
Thetadrop, care. I would hope they would care about their customer base. And hey, let's just continue to put these projects on there that are bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't agree with that one. Fool me once, shame on me, right?
Sure.
That kind of thing. You're not going to fool me again. So I haven't bought from this one, but I did buy from the first two. But it's like,
first one, yeah.
I bought one that had a chain on it on the second one. So it's like,
That's the first one.
What was the second? Oh, the cars were the second one. Oh, right.
Yep.
I don't even know. I might not have I think I did have a car.
Yeah, I think you did. I know Thetazilla had a car. Or two.
Yeah. Well, he's a Pittsburgh guy, so it makes sense. He had high hopes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so back to Ivory here in Symbiotes. Pretty spectacular week that might not have been noticed by many. There was a Dragon Prime sold this week and a Thetaverse Fuse, both to the same guy.
I saw it.
So, I mean, if you know, but Hakuna Matata, like, wow, these guys, unbelievable. We're all about a lot of projects are about, we need more people. Of course, we need more people. Everybody knows that, but it's going pretty much under the radar. Hakuna Matata. If you don't know who they are, then you don't know Symbies. That's for sure. This guy's coming in hot.
Yeah, and I mean, Dragon Primes, they don't get sold every day. So.
They do not get sold every day, and there's probably not many more ever that are going to get sold, to be honest with you. I mean, from what we know about them, that's something you hold on to.
Well, and it was before where you could sell them for an all-time high, and that person, right?
That was the metal print. Yeah,
right. The metal print. When we asked Ivory how much you think somewhat undervalued, or it might have been on.
You said it was the most West. Undervalued one. Yeah, it
was on West, but it was it was the same day our episode dropped. The first Ivory episode, he says, I think West 2, asked him, what is the most undervalued NFT in the Symbies, and he said the metal print. He says,
meanwhile it's selling for $12,000.
Well, he goes, it should be about $50,000.
Crazy. Yeah.
Now.
I mean, not financial advice at
Never.
all. Like, he's just off the cuff with that stuff. Like, you probably, there's people cringing right now. And I know who they are, but it's fun. It is what it is. Like, listen, everybody knows that we're not giving financial advice here. If you follow us,
we give advice on 2FA, but we're not giving advice.
Secure yourself, please. Yes, absolutely. Secure yourself. But if you're securing what we're securing, you're securing a big pile of sometimes garbage.
Did Thetadrop, did they put something? Would they make it mandatory now, or?
Yes, they did. Yes. So now I believe in order to even log on now, you have to have 2FA. And it's like, dude, where was this a year ago?
Oh, well, that's going to suck for number 88. He's got a whole
bunch of 2FAs to make now. Ouch.
I guess let's just retract that whole part. We should have led with this.
Oh man, no, let him have it. Like, it's funny. He's now Google Authenticator is going to be doing some work on his phone.
Oh, could you fucking see that? Holy shit.
Brutal. He's going to have to I'm not giving him advice, but
nope.
That's funny. He's got some work to do. But I'm assuming at this point the guy's probably sold 40 or 50 of them, at least, just to UNT news. Oh man.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Yeah. Hey, that is pretty much where we sit right now. So.
All right, let me bust this up right now. I want to talk about this Doc Theta thing.
Okay.
So, well, let's just get into it. So, Doc Theta, friend of the Pinecast, hopefully we'll get him on eventually. He wanted to help us run a contest, and we can do whatever we want to run the contest, right?
This is news. I'm first hearing.
Are you serious?
No.
So, I know I've asked you multiple times to put something together. It never happened. But since we have no guests this week, let's clean some house, right? Some house cleaning.
All right. So it's put Popper on the spot.
Well, I think we both agree. I think we both liked the idea for what we want to do.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea, and let's kick it off. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So basically, what do you want to open it for a week?
No, I think we can have a little
little longer.
Yeah, a little longer. Maybe like what, a month, maybe?
Okay, we'll go till St. Patrick's Day. How about that?
St. Patty's Day. Okay.
All right. So pretty much everybody has the opportunity, like Mags was saying, Doc Theta gifted us not one, right, but two. Theta Punks Unchained packs that are redeemable on Thetadrop. So we got two of them, and if you want to qualify for them, then we're going to need you to start reviewing some of these episodes. So you got till March 17th. You go ahead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can just review the Pinecast itself on and if you don't want to post that you reviewed it, like on Twitter or whatever, just send us a DM or
send us an email at popamags@gmail.com.
Even better, that's probably an easy way to track it, because we know you're not looking at Papa Mags DMs.
So man, okay, some laundry here.
Yeah, so rate and review the Pinecast, because right now we have one rating on iTunes from a guy we know in Connecticut. We'll just say that.
Yeah, a guy that's not on Thetadrop. Okay,
he's not on Thetadrop. He doesn't own any crypto. We've mentioned him a bunch of times.
He's not listening to this.
No.
He stopped. He listened to the first couple and it fell off. But
it might be. So basically, what we're going to do is every review you do, send us confirmation of it, and so we can verify it, and then we'll tabulate it, and we'll get a wheel spin. And if you're selected, then we'll do you'll get a pack, and maybe we'll come up with some more stuff to add to it too. If it's like 5 people, like it's probably gonna be, then.
Yeah, then your odds are already gonna be pretty good. But
right.
If we get a bunch more, I'm sure we can come up with something
Yeah, and if you like the Pinecast, then let other people know you like the Pinecast. If you hate it, even better, let them know that you hate it, and you'll get a chance to win, courtesy of
exactly.
Punks on Theta.
It doesn't need to be a good review.
No.
But if it's a bad review, you're not getting on the wheel.
Yeah. So and then I mean, I don't know if we talked about it, but we'll make Thetazilla just do it, do a live wheel.
Yeah. He'll love it. Even though he gave away my jersey, did you hear that?
No.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, I get a DM from him, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I gave away that." He's like, "You were too slow," or something like that. He gave it to. Guess who he gave it to?
Who?
He gave it to Ivory. Okay.
Nice.
Ivory is not my size. There's no way. The dude, what is he using? Is it a nightgown? Oh man.
So he must have heard the episode that we mentioned that in 2 episodes previous.
He heard it like 3 weeks after the fact because I was busting his chops. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we mentioned in last week's episode that.
Oh, we re-mentioned it?
Well, we
might have.
No, we mentioned that. We mentioned the shout outs that he got and why he got
Yeah.
them, and then
Yeah.
that you took one away, which was interesting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So he didn't even hear the full scathing.
No, so
Although there wasn't a full scathing, it was just more of a question, and then he never answered it until 3 weeks later. But
that's fine.
that's neither here nor there.
Sure. So yeah, we'll do the drawn. We'll figure out whatever the logistics, but yeah, like let's stuff those ballots.
Yeah. Listen, vote as many times as you want. That's how we do things.
Yeah.
But
other places where the podcast can be reviewed. So
yeah, no, please go everywhere. And yeah, poppinmags@gmail.com. Fill up our inbox, let us know, and we'll get you on the wheel. And these it's a pretty nice prize. So thank you very much, Dr. Theta, for this opportunity.
Way too nice and generous and humble.
Yeah, super humble. Not even, just out of the blue.
Yeah. So
all right, man. Well, listen, I hope this was informative for people.
Probably not.
I would think so.
I don't think when I told Ivory to close his ears, it
was too late.
He probably already shut it off.
He turned the whole thing off. Yeah. He didn't come back.
No.
Yeah, no, but good time as always. Let's see what. Oh, you know what? I did when we were ending last week, or starting last week's. You were a little busy with some Tigon badges.
T Fizzle.
Yeah, well, T Fizzle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not you. T Fizzle.
No, okay.
Right.
Let's just dox me as T Fizzle. It's
well,
fine.
I mean, it's not so hard to go in there and see Magnum Pine. It's not like you're hiding, And everybody saw that T Fizzle was the one buying all the cans. But I believe at the time of recording, you had only bought 2 of the badges.
Right, on Super Bowl Sunday.
Can we get an update on that?
Yeah, I got them all. I have all the badges.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
That's got to be a select few that have them all.
Right. I mean, we know that there's 32 owners of that final badge, which is the
that
rare
doesn't
one.
mean they have them all, though.
No. Well, there's 33 of them, 32 owners. Yeah, it doesn't mean that they have them all. So one guy left, and then I bought up the pieces. I went with basically I bought like the rarest ones first, and then
you did the heavy lifting.
Down. Yeah, I think I traded a Fuse War for a Floor Fuse War NFT.
Oh, nice.
To get the final badge because
the Tigon Trek.
Yeah, so I was tapped out. So.
Dude, that's still, I don't want to spoil this for anybody, but that's still a 2x multiplier. Do you have the count for us on what the total multiplier is for the group?
For the group?
For the set. I know the big one's 10, right? And then 8.
Yeah, 10, 8, 6, I think. I'll tell you.
Might be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, right? There's 5 of them. So 30. Is that a 30 bagger per day?
Let's see here. Okay. The Trek badge is 2.
Bing.
The Wing Blazer is 6.
That's 8.
The Genetics badge is 7.
Ooh.
And the Crest
15.
is 10.
25. So there's only 4.
Yes.
I thought there was 5 for some reason. Okay.
So 10, 7, 6, 2.
All right. So 25.
What is that?
Nice.
Right. I mean, I only have 5 Tigons still, but.
Well, back to the open rarity, our open theta auctions. I happen to get Tigons off the auctions.
Yeah. So, how'd you make out?
Very well. Thank you, Tigon King. That was me that won by 1 T fuel on each of them.
Damn.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? So that was a nice little addition to the cat crew I got. So very happy about that.
But are you a little jealous of me?
Dude, yeah, I mean, I got 2 Tigon Trek badges, and other than that, I'm badgeless. So yeah, That was quite a feat. And I heard that you were invited onto the round table of some sort. So I don't know if you're like getting knighted for doing this or what, but
I don't know. I hope I get a cool name.
seems legit.
Yeah.
Cooler than Magnum Pineapple?
Well, like, I don't know, like Sir Magnum of laughs a lot or something. I don't know. I would think you need to be of something, right? To be a
Yeah,
knight.
you are of something, that's for sure.
Eeh.
Sir Magnum of ridiculousness.
Yeah, and they're a fun group, as we know, the Tigons.
Yes,
So,
they are.
so they
Yes, they
opened
are.
me with the welcome pause.
Well, there you go. I would say take it easy on the yak piss, though. All right.
Once I get it in me.
Once it touches your lips.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. All right. Well, speaking of that, it was such a good episode. Great time with you. Good time as always. And I look forward to the next time, man. Have a great night.
Thanks. You do the same, man.
All right. Catch you later.
Later.
Poppin' Max Podcast.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a treat at feedthecat.theta. Pops and Mags is a scumbag hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.